Got something a little different for you today. This, as you can see, we're not in a cemetery, but we are doing something that has to do with cemetery work. Right here I've got a standard I-beam, also named or known as an S-beam, that I'm going to be using to build a hoist so I can lift heavy stones and save my back and my shoulders and my elbows a little bit. And what I've got here is I've got 4 tabs that I just cut with my grinder. I need to drill some holes in them, and then I'm going to weld 2 on this end, 2 on this end, and that will be so that it doesn't come off of the scaffold frame that I have that I bought for it. I'm going to get these tabs welded on, and I'll get the holes drilled in these tabs. I'll get them welded on, and then I'll bring the scaffold frame over and I'll set it up and kind of show you guys how that works. This beam is going to have a trolley that runs along the bottom of it, and that trolley will have what is called a chain fall on it, and that chain fall is a hoist. I've got a half-ton chain fall, which will be able to lift 1,000 pounds, give or take a little, which would be plenty for what I need to do right now. And this beam will be plenty strong by the time I'm done doing some fabrication on it to lift at least 1,000 pounds. So let's get started on that. Well, I apologize if it's getting a little dark, because it is like 9 o'clock at night. But what I did was I got all 4 of these tabs. I stacked them together, drilled through them all at once with this backside flush, so that I know all of these holes will be the same distance from the bottom of the beam once they're welded on. And now I'm just going to open the hole up a little bit bigger with 1 more drill bit, and then I'm going to drill my finished hole size through after that. That's that. Now we can get to the fun part, the welding. Okay, so I had the beam up on the scaffold frame, and I marked out where I want my plates to be. And basically, one of these plates is going to go on each side of the tube. And then those holes that I just drilled, pins will go through those to keep this beam from coming up off the tube. So right now the beam is upside down from the way that it will be when it's in use. Got these handy dandy magnets to hold that square for me. Put it just on the other side of that line. 2 7/8. Beautiful. That's right where I want it. Get the welder fired up. There's where we want it. Okay, so here's the scaffold frame, and that beam is going to go on top right here. Those tabs are going to fit on either side of this, and the pins are going to go either side of this to keep it from moving, keep it from falling, tipping over, jumping up. As long as I didn't get this beam too heavy for me to lift up there, it should be all right. I like to think I'm pretty tough, but ooh. I like to think I'm pretty tough, but sometimes stuff can be kind of heavy. Look at that. All right, there it is. It's up there, and it looks like it's going to work just fine. Should be able to get a pin in there just like that. I got to take my grinder and clean all these burrs up, and I will say I probably could have gone a little bit lighter on that beam, but that's a good heavy beam, and it'll hold at least 220. So, all right, I'm gonna get this stuff put away and clean up my mess so my wife doesn't run over anything in the morning, and finish this tomorrow. Clean that beam up, paint it with some primer. I'm gonna try to match it with this blue. If I can't match it, I'm gonna go with black, and I'm also gonna put a temporary brace in here eventually, just to give me a little bit more strength in the scaffold piece. But that's gonna work for me. That's gonna be great. So we'll finish this up tomorrow. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we might do it in the garage. Okay, now that I got the tabs welded on and made sure that it fit up on the scaffold the right way and that it's going to work properly, I'm going to start getting it prepped for paint. I'm going to cut the corners off, get things cleaned up a little bit, and we'll start priming it. Okay, now I've got 2 cans of this Krylon Tough Coat Industrial Gray Primer. I've used this on jobs before, back when I used to do some fabrication work. And this is going to make a really good, this is going to make a really good, primer coat for our finished paint. So I'm going to coat the whole thing, let it dry, and then I'll put some black overcoat on it. Alright, there it is. She's all primed up. I'm gonna go get a half gallon or so of some black oil-based paint, and I'm gonna brush on the top coat. So should be a good strong coat of paint, and should protect this beam for a long time to come. Apparently my dog wants to play. Alright, we'll finish this up later. Alright guys, here we are. I let the primer coat dry for, I don't know, probably about 6 hours today. I went and picked up this Bear Paint Plus Primer Gloss Black. I talked to the guy at the counter, the paint counter, and he said this stuff was really good, and it adheres to wood, metal, plastic, and more. Corrosion resistant, excellent adhesion, advanced hide, indoor outdoor use. So I started spraying it on, and of course the cap likes to fly off every time you take the lid off of the stupid thing, but I started putting it on, and it does look like that's what I want to go with. Gloss black. I was thinking about buying brush-on paint, but like the guy at the counter said, spray paint's going to dry a lot faster. So spray paint it. I'm going to do 2 coats, and then they say works best if you put a clear coat over it, so I'll probably put a clear coat over it too. I've got some good clear coat stuff, so. Okay, well, got the beam all painted up, and I think I found the easiest way to get the beam up on the frame. This beam weighs about 94 pounds, so it's not light. But I figured out that if I keep this one piece of cross bracing out, I can pull this side towards me a little bit, prop that up there like that. And just like that, drop it in place. Now, that just made that 94-pound beam a lot more manageable. Snap this X casing in. Stuff can be kind of cumbersome at times. Just like that. It's all put together. We got some pins for that. These holes that I drilled last night. Pin that up there like that so it can't. Got one pin on each side of this bar and it can't jump off of there. So it can't slide and it can't jump up. A lot of people say, well, a beam's 100 pounds, geez, or 94 pounds. And you've used a lighter beam? Well, I could have. And this local steel supply, they had this 6-inch beam, or they had a 5-inch beam that was quite a bit lighter than this. And did some preliminary calculations last night and found out that this beam in the middle, which is about where this trolley is right now, is good for over 9,000 pounds before it has catastrophic failure, which is a lot of weight. Probably more than I'll ever, well, definitely more than I'll ever try to pick up with it, because this scaffold is only good for 4,900 pounds. So then we can use these jacks here to level it up some, which isn't real important right now for demonstration purpose. And hang the 1-ton chain fall, and we've got enough stuff here to lift a ton. And I ordered a set of these screws that has wheels on it so I can put it together and wheel it around. I actually talked to a guy that I know, and he said that was the big advantage to having wheels, because you can put it together and you can wheel it around. So, thinking about putting a little bubble level on that beam there so I can, a bullseye they call it, so I can tell when I'm level in every direction. That's it. And this will be able, I'll be able to have this beam will be more like almost 8 feet in the air once I get the wheels and stuff underneath it, and those have 2 feet of adjustment, so I could actually take this beam up to 8 foot if I wanted to right now. Anyhow, it's done, other than putting some stencil stickers on it, and I'm actually going to design some bracing for this piece here so that I can load it with a little more weight, have it be a little more stable. That's enough. Just want me to throw this stupid ball. Take that. I'm actually going to work on some bracing for these open spots here so that I can have a little more capacity, a little more strength. They'll be removable braces so they can pop in and out. But other than that, that's it. I'm ready to go out and start lifting some headstones. We've got a bit of manpower. With a little more height, but that's it. Ready to get out there.